Don Barone says, no move down and no reload, and all my income comes from poker. Okay, good. Thank you for letting me know. Sorry, my bad English. Don Barone, no problem at all. If you don't want to move down and you don't want to reload, you want more of a bankroll. So I would say the bankroll you would want in that case would again depend if you're playing ultras or regular speed. You say you're a 10s reg right now. I don't know if that means ultra games or reg speeds. If you're reg speeds, you have a slightly reduced bankroll. If it's ultras and you don't want to move down, I would say you'd want to go for a decent bankroll. Just going to check here. King Eye's probably going to have enough showdown, I would imagine, at times. Don't see too much better folding if we bet, so... Alright, it's Queen of Hearts. Interesting. With all of those in mind, if you're playing ultras, I would say you'd want, and you don't want to move down, and you want to make sure you have enough. Depends on your win rate, but I would really encourage at least 400 binds then, maybe even 500 binds to be comfortable. I know that sounds a lot, but you really do want to. One thing I will say, by the way, though, is if you are planning to play lots of ultra games and you're playing 10s and you're quite good, it may make sense to go for an EV deal or a staking deal. And so I was in a similar situation 5 years ago where I was playing $15 games on PokerStars at the time, spins. I had pretty decent results, but I was professionally and trying to make it in, as a professional and withdrawing money every month. And I can say with honesty, if I'd got staking, I would have been at the high stakes a year or two earlier and would have made a lot more money a lot quicker. Now, it's not the end of the world because I'm happy with how things have worked out. But certainly it could have been quicker, is all I'll say. And so it's almost certainly would have been financially better for me to have got staking earlier. Let's say it like that. I think it's probably fair. Now, Dom, you also asked how to get Diamond Club Elite. And so to get Diamond Club Elite, you need to rate 200,000 in a year. I think someone's just... Red John literally just wrote that. Thank you, Red John, for confirming. So at 10s, I think the rake is 7%, if I'm correct. So you'll be paying 70 cents again. Is that right? Is that right or not? I'm not sure. We'll go for the 1/3 ISO. We'll try. It's not even 1/3, is it? I can't. I was trying to do a 1/3 ISO and I've done this weird sizing. Alright, well, it's worked out pretty well when you flop top 2. So, go for a C-bet. Pretty happy with this. Not much King X or 10X in our opponent's range. I wonder if there's ever some room to check here. I'm going to be really sneaky and try to check. So, a few reasons. I think it's quite cool to check here because I don't think our opponent has any King X in their range, really. They have lots of Jack X, let's say, and they have lots of, like, some 10X. Now, we'll go for a little bet on the turn here. I don't know if we could check again, but perhaps Norris Becker feels a little bit less encouraged to go ahead and bluff off, given that we did before. I mean, just jamming. We lose to aces. That would be pretty horrible. But yeah, we're just going to jam this. Rep that we got like a Jack 4 off or something with a club. Maybe. As a bluff, I don't know. Alright. It did look quite bluffy, I thought, so one of the reasons why I quite like checking there. So to get Diamond Club Elite playing 10s is difficult. It would take a lot of work. It's possible maybe, but I would say for most guys, not to overly stress about Diamond Club. Like, if Diamond Club comes and it's not too much extra work, you should go for it. I wouldn't suggest for people to really like push themselves. Make sure whatever, if you're going for bonuses or whatever rate you're going for, make sure not to overly stress yourself in terms of that. The boy, Nicky! This is a little jingle for the boy, Nick. We're going to call this King 10 after this jingle. Thank you very much, Nicky. Hope you're doing well, mate. We're going to win this hand just for the boy, Nicky. One of the world's best spinning O players. if you would like coaching from the boy, Nikki, why not join Team 601? Thank you, Nikki. Hope you're doing well, mate. It's a pleasure, of course. So yeah, I would suggest for most people not to overly stress themselves. You know what I mean? Like if it comes and it's not too much of a reach, that's great. But don't sacrifice all quality to try and get your Diamond Club. I think would be a big error if you did something like that. So yeah, we'll go for a nicer with the ace 5 of clubs here. Flop an ace is pretty good. Just gonna go for a C bet. Interesting spot where like last time we didn't see better value hands. We will, so it might be perceived to be a little bit more bluff healthy. We're certainly going to be perceived to bluff everything on this flop, maybe. But we get a snap fold. So I think this has been, so far, ladies and gentlemen, this feels like a good session to show you not to overly panic about bad starts, right? We had a very bad start, and I feel like it's turned around quite well so far, pending the incoming doom switch, right? But it just shows you, you know what I mean? Like, if you're a professional poker player, you just think in the long term. Anything short term is all just meaningless, right? You don't worry about it. We're going to call the king 2. We're going to be up against queen 2 of clubs. Queen 7 of clubs with a club. Close. Close. I'll take it. It's another win. That is a lot of wins in a row all of a sudden. Or a lot of wins in the last 5, let's say. Quite Bad says, you guys coach outside of your group, so I have a exclusivity deal. So I do not do any coaching, I'm afraid, outside of 601. What I do is a tiny little mini coaching session for some of the subscribers. If you subscribe for a year, you get a little mini coaching session with myself, which I think is probably worth, if I'm, let's say, not too arrogant, I think can be a very good return. If you're a full-time low stakes grinder and you haven't had any coaching, I think even the little mini session I do after a year would be well worth a year's subscription if that happens. Mr. Jingle says, Tomo, do you think there are any Diamond Club Elite completions with profit for rake back? I mean, not. Probably not. It's possible. I mean, it's definitely possible, yeah. So you definitely could get Diamond Club Elite and make break even or make slight profit. If you played the fishier games you play, the better, obviously. The more reg speed you'd play, the better. If you played if you were a game like I don't think honestly it's possible, but I don't think anyone did it. The main weird reason is that it's not really worth it. I know that sounds strange, but it's just like you just have to. You can if you're gonna dodge the game so much, you're just not gonna get much volume in playing ultras. And so therefore, like to get Diamond Club Elite, I don't think it's possible to. I changed my mind. I think it's impossible. But I wouldn't worry about it too much, right? A lot of people are quite have a bit of a, oh, can you make profit pre-rake back in spins? Like back in the day you could, now you can't, and it's just a fact. Like you can't eliminate detach pre-rake back and post-rake back. Like it is an integral part of spins, right? So just imagine the rake's lower and then you're making profit. Let's go play some 50s and let's maybe play some 500s. Oh, I had a bit of Dark Coke left. I've been getting a new... Ooh, this is actually close. 4.6, 10-6 suited. Suited connects, you don't really want to fold for this shallow. Because we're in great shape here, so we'll really take the 31%. We're never winning, obviously, with 10 high. But 10-6 is like plays very well multi-way. Let's quickly just go to here while we register for the next table. Why am I doing that? No reason. Just want to show everybody. Just let it register first, isn't it? Don't want to spoil anything. So Tejo says, I want to let my full-time job. I want to quit, I guess, my full-time job to play $5 spins. How can I explain this to my wife and 5 sons? Tejo, I would suggest you explain to them that you're not quitting yet. You're going to keep your job, but you know what? You're going to try and slowly build up. And when you have a proven track record of success over a long period and you still enjoy poker and you want to go full time, it will come naturally and that'll be great. Straight Bullets is here and he's 2.5x in the hand, so that's interesting. Probably not a full-time spinner. Could be a MTT reg or something, but the 2.5x is traditionally not a very meta thing to do if we're in the metaverse. Jack Pock is here, sends a wink. Thank you very much, Jack Pock. You big winker. Doesn't even make sense. Doesn't have to. 2-1-5 again, we're just going to go with it. We will call a jam with this hand, so if he's going to have 2-1-5x fold, that'd be fantastic. If he calls with Queen Jack, I was going to say, fine, we're fine with that. Ace 3 off, we're just going to jam as well. Alright.